my direction in a way. And I do know I love you. I'm talking to you listening to 92.3 Nigerian Food. Thank you, Sam Smith. Fire and Fire. It's time for Hard Facts. Do stay tuned. I'll be right back.
A clean surround.
Three, good afternoon to you. 92.3 Nigerian First, the frequency. I go by the name Kala Dakuru Bataba. I hope it's fact in the next 1-2 weeks as we delve into social political issues, economical issues, and basically talk for development of our state, of our nation, and as individuals. Okay, so as it is the culture and hard facts, we've got the big stories, the 3 o'clock hour. 4 o'clock, I'll be speaking with a lawyer, J.C. Williams, a Rivers-based lawyer, and we will be looking at the likelihood of a return to the brick house by, the suspended governor Siminalayi Fubara, with all the things happening, court stopping, swearing in, all of that, reconciliation. What's taking too long for the president to lift the suspension? Not only, of course, the governor, but then the House of Assembly members. Then 5 o'clock, we will take a look at the refineries. About 4 of them in Nigeria not functioning. We'll look at the non-functionality of the refineries and my goodness, we'll talk with an energy expert and the publicity secretary of Petron, and we'll be looking at what the next option is, because we've spent so much money. We've spent a lot of money in revitalizing, in refurbishing, and bringing back to life the refineries, but the refineries just would not stay alive. Anyways, that's the package. Remember, the 6 o'clock hour will be time for the major news, and after that will be open season. But at the top of the 4 o'clock hour would be the business update. At the top of the 5 o'clock hour will be the news update. And that's the structure of the show for today. Once again, welcome. A lot of things on my mind I want to get it off with. But remember, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, we're active on X Nigeria Info PH is the handle. So please go there, like, watch, subscribe, whichever one it is that you, or whichever platform you're interacting with. All right, that being said, let's not get into our big stories for the day proper. And I'm excited to be back, by the way. It's been a while, right? I'm excited to be back on Hard Facts. I haven't done it in a while. But yeah, big stories. Former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, died yesterday after, reported illness. He was taking treatment in London. His body is supposed to arrive back in Nigeria today. A lot of reactions, a lot of tributes have been, done in reference to the passing of the former president. He was, of course, a president from 2015 to 2023. He was the one who handed over to the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, before a democratic rule, he was the military head of state from 1983 to 1985. And he's been very, very much a major contributor to how Nigeria has shaped in, the how many years now since independence? Well, yeah, he's played a major role either as head of state or democratic president. And it's a sad one, whether you like it or not. As a human being, you want to think about the fact that death will happen to every one of us. And despite political disagreements, despite ideological disagreements, one thing we should remember that we are human beings, and that's the common denominator for every one of us. And and that's why the president has declared 7 days to mourn the passing of it's not easy to be a president. And it was not just a president, it was one-time head of state. So when you look at it, 7 days mourning, I don't know. What else again am I missing out as it relates to do? A lot of tribute to Basanjo, Kunjo Iweala, the president, Amechi, a lot of people have given the tributes as it relates to the passing of President Muhammadu Buhari. His time as president had a lot of challenges, whether to remove or not remove subsidy. There was the back and the forth. We saw some, policies reeled out that were not so comfortable. But however, there were some great things as well. And so, yeah, I thought I'd put that one out there because that's one of the biggest stories coming out of Nigeria. Almost everybody's talking about it. I saw the Prime Minister of India also give out a tribute about the wisdom of the former president. A couple of other countries have done the same, and it has made the first big story on the show this afternoon. But let's now quickly take a look at the second big story. Yesterday, was it yesterday? Or was it the day before? I think it was yesterday in House Bulletin. It was reported that the sole administrator, Abbas, had, during the NDDC event on Saturday, mentioned that it was a good thing. Yeah, you heard me right. It was a good thing that the President, His Excellency, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, decided to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State. And it got me really thinking when he said it was a good thing. I want to throw that question out to Rivers people, to you listening right now, to you, the listener, not just Rivers people, but most particularly you listening right now. I want to throw that question out to you. And the question is really, when this whole administrator says that it's a good thing, what good thing have you experienced in about 4 months of state of emergency in Rivers State? I want to know. And please remember, in the rule, I'm sure, keep contributions clean. No insults, no unguarded statements. Yes, speak the truth, but speak it in a very, well-mannered structure, whatever it is. That I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, like I was saying yesterday, this whole administrator said it was good. It was a good thing. So what is good about state of emergency in Rivers State? Now, the report from yesterday's news read this. Rivers State Administrator retired Faisal Ibo says President Bola Tinubu was right. Oh, maybe I should change the description from to right. What's right about the state of? We're not talking about it from a constitutional. Argument has been done, no conclusion yet. But yeah, we're not going that route. But the question is, what's right about the declaration of a state of emergency? Because the report says the president was right to declare a state of emergency in the state. Now, the administrator, Ibaz, said this during an event to mark the 25th anniversary of the Niger Delta Development Commission in Port Harcourt on Saturday. And he said that the state of emergency has gone a long way in restoring peace in the state. I guess that's like the first, right thing, according to the sole administrator, Ibok Ete Ibas, Vice Admiral retired Ibok Ete Ibas. All right, that's that. I'd like to get your thoughts on that one. And then to my final big story for today, I would like us to take a look at from the weekend. I'm sorry for that break in transmission. I had a break upstairs in my head as well. So sorry about that. But yeah, I like us to look, because majority of all of my big stories were from the weekend. The passing of the former president, to talk about, the state of emergency being the right move by the president, to the next one I want to bring about, which takes us back to Friday, where a lawmaker from Rivers State, I think the House of Reps member for Degema and Bani constituency, calling for the creation of more constituencies in Rivers State. And I guess he was speaking for his people, but it brought about a broader conversation. When you look at Rivers State and the constituencies in Rivers State, there is the argument that there is not enough representation for Rivers State. So where you're from, I don't know what constituency you're from, you're listening to me, but it's solid a conversation and I like to have it with you. And I'm thinking, would you agree for the creation of more constituencies? Do you think that is the problem? Or do you think the people at the helm of affairs are not doing enough? They're not doing the needful. They are not, hitting the nail on the head when it comes to representation of their constituencies. I don't know. I like to hear from you. But it was a news that broke on Friday. I have to go back to my books now. It was a news that broke on Friday. And I'm getting used to the tempo of hard facts all over again, so don't mind if my brain lags a bit. It's trying to catch up. Oh, my goodness. Well, yeah, I think it was on Friday, if I remember vividly. And I'm trying to remember the lawmaker's name as well. But when I do, after this commercial break, I tell you about it. I open the phone lines and we'll get to the business of the hour, which is, getting your thoughts on the big story. So please do stay tuned. I'll be right back. Remember, hard facts. The break so I can quickly open the phone line. By the way, if you're just joining us, you're welcome. This is Hard Facts and 92.3 Nigeria Info. I go by the name Kala Dakuru Batubo. And like I would always say, it's my pleasure having you join us on the show. All right, we're live on Facebook, live on YouTube, but active on X, and Nigerian for PH is the handle. I would love to read a lot of comments from social media. So if you can, please do go to our social media page and drop your comment and let's interact therein. But yeah, the story goes like this. The federal lawmaker in Rivers State, Mr. Cyril Hart, has formally requested the Independent National Electoral Commission to create 2 additional state constituencies in Rivers State. Now, Hart represents Degema INEC. Hart called for the establishment of Degema State Constituency 2 and Bonny State Constituency 2, citing constitutional provisions as the basis for his demand. Hart reminded INEC of its obligation to periodically review state constituencies every 10 years. He also argued that the creation of the new constituencies will strengthen political representation and improve governance and service delivery for residents. So I think this is a big story, even though it's, a little bit backdated to Friday. I still think it's a big story, and it's a story that we should talk about. I mean, big stories for today are from the weekend, and they're worth talking about. Do you think? Look at Rivers. Look at your constituency. Do you think it's too big? And because of the size, it has affected representation. Because we keep saying, "Oh, what are the lawmakers doing at the state, at the federal level? What are they doing for their constituencies?" So is it that it's too big, and so they're not able to properly oversee their constituencies? Do we need to create more, or is it not about the creation of more constituencies? It's just that we do not have the right representations at the legislative arm of government. 28 minutes gone past 3. Time for us to go to the phone lines. Once again, remember we're live on Facebook. I'd like to take you towards Facebook, Nigeria Info PH, X Nigeria Info PH, YouTube Nigeria Info PH. Still, my brain is lagging. All right, 0817 923 0002 0817 923 0003 and 0817 923 0007. These are the call numbers. Call me right now and let's talk. Let's look at what the news is all about as we look at the big stories. And WhatsApp number 0809 0306 416 0809 0306 416. Let's get talking and let's start with this number. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Anybody home? 92.3. Okay. I guess network issue there. 92.3. Anybody home?
Hello,
Yeah, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Mr. Canada, good afternoon. My name is Chima Dike.
All right, Chima, let's get your thoughts.
I'm talking to you from Rumokuta.
All right, start.
Mr. Canada, first of all, let me see how I can sympathize or let me see how I can condole with the family of the late legendary.
Okay.
He's a legacy to our nation, ordinarily. I will tag that he's a very resilient man. You saw how he struggled to become a president for the second time, even through the democratic aspect. The aspect of this creation of a constituency, is it by federal government or in the state? That is the thing. We don't know the side they want to create it from. Is it from the state?
But it will trickle down. It's the same now as it. I mean, they give my money. They have representatives in the state as well. So if it's created, there'll be representatives everywhere.
From federal, you have to divide it. Like, okay, well, now we have just one constituency now. That's it now. But what are they calling it? Port Harcourt government has two federal constituencies. You understand? So we will have one constituency in federal, then we have two constituencies in state. So I don't know the aspect the man is coming from. Maybe I will be well informed when I.
That's where INEC will come into play, I guess. And I guess it's INEC's responsibility to create all of these constituencies.
That is the case. He wouldn't have done it alone. He would have picked other assembly members or rest members.
So the question I'm asking you, let's leave what he said. Would you want, if you're from Obiakpo, would you want more constituencies?
I would, because you're not for anything for the political empowerment.
All right. All right.
So
all right.
to broaden the position of contesting.
All right.
Then the aspect of what our administrator said, Mr. Canada, in conventional manner, I agree with him, because the 70 people are fighting. The top party is come and put the separation. If not for anything, let me tell you one thing. Let us not forget that our allocation would have been held by the federal government according to the Supreme Court judgment.
All right.
And there would have been a salary.
Okay, I have to let you go at this point. I'm sorry. Remember, there is a clock, so please go straight to the point. Clinton from Bori, welcome. Good afternoon to you. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Kalada.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are mourning our former president. He's a national loss. He has served in different capacities in this country, and his loss is a big one to Nigeria. Condolences to his family and Nigerians at large. On the statement of the Solar of River State, I won't say much on that, because we've gotten to a point where we've resolved our crisis. The governor have gone back to his family. But having said that, if you fall back on what happened in some months ago, where the state was threatened, pipelines were vandalized, and the president acted swiftly, I would say that it forestalled peace and normalcy in River State. Businesses are going on, salaries are being paid. So I think it was a good one. Then finally, on the creation of new constituencies, I'm on a Goni man. I want a creation of state, not constituency. But I know that if they create a new state for us, we're definitely going to have new constituency of Goni land.
All right.
So I don't think it's a bad thing.
All right.
It's embedded in the constitution.
All right. Thank you, Clinton. I've got to go. I've got an anonymous caller. Welcome on the show. What's your name? We're on. Okay, anonymous caller. Sorry about that. Let's get your thoughts then.
Okay, my name is Wala Wokom. I'm calling you from Oyibo.
Oh, I see. Wala, welcome.
We need more of economic empowerment, not political empowerment. What do I mean by that? We have enough constituency. The problem that we are facing, the people that are representing us, they are are not.
Oh, sorry about that, Wala. Sorry. I'd like to get your thoughts. If you can, please do call back and let's talk. But on Facebook, Colin Zagumaga says, I support the creation of state constituencies in River State. Now, Wachuku Kennedy Chinedu, who is texting from Okukwa Umuhu, Okwato, says, good afternoon, everyone in the studio. Tinubu declaring mourning for Buhari is a welcome development, but Tinubu should equally declare mourning for those killed during the NSAS and also those Benue indigents being massacred by herdsmen. All right, thank you very much for your message on Facebook. Well, let's go to Degema, where Best is calling from. Best, good morning. Goodness me. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, KDB.
All right.
You are very welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Best. I'm calling you from where the House of Representatives came from. Yes, we really need it. We need it. And Sarah Hart is a man that, with little time I've seen, I don't know him in person, but he's doing well. So he's representing us very, very well. So I think this point in time, we need it. We need it for development. Please. So the INEC should please.
So are you saying, Best, that development cannot come without the creation of new constituencies? Is that what you're implying?
Well, actually, it can come without creation of a new whatever that they call. But then what we really need right now is that we really need it for more development.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I've got Lupene, I believe, calling from Port Harcourt. Welcome. What is on your name? What's on your mind?
Mr. Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah.
I think at this point in time, Ibas shouldn't be saying what he's saying. Well, it's like adding more salt to the injury. He needs to go around to check the mind of Rivers people before he will say what he's saying. In Rivers State, we are likened to a family where our breadwinner has been arrested, detained for no just cause. The president that made him to be here has just raped democracy. It's a rape on democracy. I don't want to go to the legal authority, as you rightly said, but for him to say that it was the right thing the president did, no, sir. We are suffering since we came in. So, administrator, sir, we are suffering. Please, Rivers people are suffering.
Okay, so let's talk from a developmental perspective. How are you suffering? How is River State suffering? Can you talk intellectually and pinpoint those places?
I've been listening to your station. All the complaints people have been making about.
Lupene, see, I don't want to talk about it. I don't. So can you listen? I don't want to generalize. I do.
To the education. There was employment going on. Those things are seized.
Okay.
All those that our governor were handling in such a way that they would be uplifted from poverty. All those things have been hanged. He is just there collecting allocation that they told us that the Supreme Court has said don't give until the State Assembly approved. So to us, we are seeing that this is a gang up against the state.
All right.
It's
All right.
It's a political gang.
All right. Thank you very much. It's a gang up. JJ, I will join you. Okay. I just take JJ's call before I read some messages. JJ, it's good to have you. Let's get your thoughts.
Yes, so Kalad, I greet you this afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
even confused whether it's morning.
I'm trying to. I can't remember the last time I worked by this time of the day.
Well,
so I'm getting used to it.
All good.
Yeah.
Let me start from our former president. I think he came, he saw, and he conquered at the end of the day. And for me, my only area I frown out is that he died in a London clinic. And we also had the former head of state too, Abdulsalami Abubakar, is also in London. It means that everybody has to fight to London if they have a headache or anything. I remember Ariel Sharon of Israel, who was in coma for 8 years plus. He died in Israel. Even Fidel Castro,
The council also died in his country, and so many other persons like that. So for me, even though he did well, like with the Ospreys, people who are dead, but it's a good one. Let us take that way. Then for Iba's statement, our people say something. Say, if war not for goat, not go climb them. And I go end them there.
All right.
The lawmaker, he knows his constituency very well. And if that's what he wants, other people that want to can also do their own thing. But for him, I think I want to commend him for coming up with this. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, JJ. Now, Enoch from Other Judge on WhatsApp says, you said we should speak the truth. Yes, we will speak the truth. Ibas saying it is right to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State. It is only right in his side because of his idiot agenda. Okay, Enoch, I'm going to end it there. But let's come here. This one says, good afternoon, sir. It is right for him because he was given the opportunity to come to Rivers State to carry Rivers people's money. Apostle Akpajo there. This one says, you don't expect the soul admin to say otherwise because it is in favor of him from Honorable Sanipe Bile. But I want you guys to remember that conversation may have been a follow-up to the controversy that surrounded the vice president's statement when he, did a flashback to his time as governor of Borno State and then praising the then Minister for Justice Adoke for not allowing the then president Goodluck Jonathan to remove him or suspend him as governor during the declaration of the state of emergency in Borno State. But let's listen to Braid, who's calling from Old GRA. Braid, welcome. Good afternoon to you.
Mr. Batubo.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
For me, I think the constituencies, it needs to be created.
Okay.
Yes, if you look at Degema Boni has one constituency, I think it's not really good for me. Because that is it sounds like Boni is a very big local government. Also, Degema is a very big local government. If you can press on and also ask for another seat, I think it will also bring development, because before, if one will come to the both side, now it will be two, so it will help to develop the two. If really the representatives are going to utilize the opportunity, it's not just by creating it, it's also utilizing the opportunity and bring it to the corridor of the people.
All right.
Then it will make a very good sense. And my heart goes to the family of the late President, General Mohamed Buhari. I think Mohamed Buhari has really tried with his doggedness. I give him an accolade. I think there is nothing bad if the federal government should be able to do whatever they could for him. There is no cause for alarm. But the administrator, well, for me, there is no way the administrator will not do what he feels like doing. And even the suspended, he thanks the president for setting up the sole administrator, because that saves him a lot. Because without that, he should have been impeached. And when he has been impeached, how could he be returned back? There will be no window for that.
All right,
suspension
yeah.
can still bring him back. And
all right.
Also, it does. You also did the needful for Rivers people.
All right, thank you very much. I've got to go at this point. Emeka and Lugaman, I'm sorry for keeping you for longer. Emeka from Owerri, welcome. It's good to have you.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Let me speak on the issue of our former president like that. Canada, what I'm saying now, I even say when he was alive. So I'm not regretting his death. But I say this at the condition for us. But the president Buhari set Nigeria 50 years back through his policies. I'm saying this because I didn't know he was alive. I was saying it. His policies. You normally say, even normally say that history should not be thrown on somebody, or history will judge that person individual. Society will not judge Buhari well, because a lot of countries you go to this country, even Tinubu is facing some of his policies today. Facing it very hard. Buhari, society will, I don't think we will join you back. Why am I saying this? So we are talking of a killer group, bigger group in Nigeria. This man gets into power with Buhari and open up our border. Said he's calling it a mission on arrival. A lot of African countries, a lot of who do into Nigeria today. Today we are facing it. I don't want to go into the cabinet issue. I don't want to go into the Python dance, Operation Python dance, or whatever they call it. A lot that this government, the last government committed that set Nigeria 50 years back. Anyway, okay, we die one day, but the most important thing is whatever we are doing tonight, we remember for safety.
All right.
We remember what to remember for.
All right.
It's a lesson for the 3 1.
All right.
Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you. Leave to be remembered. That's what you're trying to say. Well, let's come here. This one says, debt is inevitable. Everybody would have to face it. Former President Buhari paid his dues on earth and lived a fulfilled life. Other politicians in the state should use former President Buhari's death as a sober reflection and reinstate Governor Fubara. May Buhari so rest in peace. I want to take Clinton West with that. But I've got Lugan Man. Lugan Man from HA, it's good to have you. Welcome.
Yeah, my brother, Kalada.
Yeah.
Greetings to you.
Yeah, greetings to you.
I want to first of all commiserate with the family of a Democrat, former president of this country, Muhammadu Buhari. Whether you like him or hate him, he's better than this present government that we are today.
That's in your estimation, right? That's in your okay. Your opinion.
My brother, I don't blame this sole administrator because he came to a state that is peaceful. He came and his policies destabilized the state based on the things they handed to him to come and do. Tell me, since he assumed office, one thing he has done. He said he come to make peace. Make peace for which state? State that is quarreling? State that people are dying?
But look at man. Let's have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Can you deny the fact that it's been a while we had this group versus that group, or this faction versus that faction, or this person attacking Fubara or Fubara attacking this person, or the chief of staff, or the speaker of the Edison Neye-led assembly, or the speaker of the Okojumbo-led assembly, or the speaker. I mean, it's been a while we had all of that. Is that not peaceful in its sense, or is that not peace in its sense?
Kalada. Those are political supremacy. So you cannot rule it out in a democratic system of government. That must be internal party. We call it internal party affair. It does not even attract this kind of suffer we are in today. Yes. Okojumbo, Matisa Mewule defected. Yes, we all know. Then the governor now choose to work with the people that have not defected. Now the power that we are suffering today said, So is that a quarrel?
Right.
Is that a criteria that will make it to declare emergency?
All right.
Look now, my brother.
Yeah.
Conclusively,
yeah.
The federal lawmaker, I commend him. You know that HA is one of the biggest local governments in Rivers State. We have 19 wards. We have 19 wards in HA. It's about 2 or 3 local governments that have 19 wards in HA. And we are compared with Omuma and HA in one federal constituency. But our own member, Honorable Kelechi Nwogu, is not even talking.
So basically, you want more. So you want more constituencies, basically, because I've got to go at this point.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you. So basically, you want more constituencies in HA and Omuma, I guess. Let's come here. This one says, creating another state constituency will not in any way enhance representation at all, but create political jobs for political job seekers. They have no required credentials to seek jobs either in public or private sectors. Oni Sunday Samuel from Elenlenwo. This one says, hello, Mr. Kala. The average social test, is it taste? You meant to say taste death. May Almighty grant former PNB with Janatul Fidaus for creation of new constituencies. Let the already created ones be well maintained. Safia from Port Harcourt. And let's come here. This one is from Melody, who's at Uniport, saying, national or no national mourning for Buhari. I will always remember Buhari for official hardship official nepotism, official carelessness, official favoritism, official deafness and dumbness, and all other features of I don't care attitude towards the people. It laid the foundation for what we are passing through today. As for Ibas, even the devil will always have justification for his actions. River State is like an orphan in a poorly managed orphanage home. The hibernation mood of governance, characterized by voodoo and Nicodemus' use of our money, can't be anything but unfortunate. Would the Bass wish to state this kind of governance? I blame Rivers leaders for this contemptuous mockery to our state. I was in Aba a few days ago and I keep shouting, wow, wow, he says. I've got Jude who's calling in from Omuma. Jude, greetings to you. Welcome. What's on your mind?
Canada.
Yeah, welcome.
May the soul of former President Buhari rest in perfect peace. And he was a man of very high principle. I loved him. I cherish him. May his soul rest in peace. Now, with what the sole administrator has said, that is right for him. It depends on what he means and the angle he's looking at it that makes it right. Is that the suspension of the elected members of the assembly or the suspension of the governor? Which one is right? It's never right and will never be right that a person elected like the president would wake up one day brazenly.
So Jude, when I started the conversation, I mentioned we're not going to look at the legality. We're looking.
I said that is wrong.
No, I've not said what you said is wrong, but let's leave it in the context of the conversation we're having. Now, when we say right, we're looking at. So Jude, please, can you listen? Can you listen, please? In the context of our conversation, we're looking at it from development and how it has impacted our lives. We're not looking at it from whether it's right to remove or suspend the governor. That's for lawyers. That's for the legal aspect of it. And that's not my focus. My focus is on you and I and development of Rivers State. So when he says it is right, when he says he has brought about peace, that's from a developmental angle. Can we look at it from that angle? And that's what I want to do.
Whenever you are moderating, or anybody is moderating, I am always keenly listening.
All right.
You changed it. You said right.
Right, and I said right, yes, and I said, but I'm not going to focus. Anyways, I'm not going to spend the limited time arguing. I was very clear from the beginning when I said we're not going to toe the legal path, and I think a lot of people heard me when I said that. Well, let's move on and read some more messages. Hector, the call for the creation of more constituencies in Degema and Bani by Honorable Cyril Hart is a welcome development. Degema used to have 2 constituencies before now, but one was ceded to Farga for unverifiable political reasons. Degema has 17 wards, so if LGAs with less than 17 wards can have 2 constituencies, I think it will be proper for INEC to do justice to Degema and Bani local government areas respectively. From Hector Christopher in Tumbia. This one says, fortunately, former President Buhari was a true Nigerian at heart, but age failed him. Sadly, greedy politicians and top officials took advantage, leaving the nation betrayed despite his efforts at accountability. May his family find peace in this difficult time. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Medic from Transamadi with that one. And this one says, Canada, I can relate with the governor on air this afternoon. Don't worry, you get used to hard facts again. You laughed at me. We don't need more constituencies for political jobbers. Even those representing us in the existing constituencies are not behaving well. Clinton, Mr. Fresh in Port Harcourt. I wonder if I'll get used to it because I'm used to not working by this time. I hope I don't get used to it, right? But let's come here. I said it away from our 3. Greetings, KDB. The sole administrator will definitely say what he has said because I bet you his net worth before he came. Okay, that's an allegation, so I'm going to skip that. But you said it is a stone we will have as one day. All right, thank you, Asadiko. Moving on. This one says, I commiserate with the family of late President Buhari, whom I will describe as the man who has good desires for the nation, although cabals hijacked his government due to ill health. I will always remember the Empire Youth Empowerment he initiated, and for the creation of new constituencies. I support it because it will attract development and empower our people. But you did not tell me where you would have loved the constituencies to be created. But greetings, Canada. A declaration of emergency rule in Rivers State saved the lives and property and birthed peace in the state. Ibas is absolutely correct. If not, we would have recorded destructions in the state. Emi Fiaga with that one. So Emi Fiaga stated what he feels is right about the state of emergency and is entitled to his opinion. But I've got Ikiroma Owiye Michael David texting from Tumbia Degema local government area, and it says, let me start by commending a pragmatic, dogged and result-oriented legislator, Rep. Cyril Hart, for initiating the process of additional state constituencies for Degema and Bani. This move is one that is long overdue because the Constitution makes provision for a review of legislative representation every 10 years in respect to increased population of the constituency. Creation of more constituency will come with increased development, regardless of how you want to look at it. Thank you very much to we and Michael David. And my time is up. I'm going to see if I can squeeze in one more message. Ozo Francis, you just greeted. James Joseph Ajob says, creating new constituencies in Rivers State for me is a quest to have more space to embezzle funds. If I may ask, what is happening with the existing constituencies? How much impact have they initiated? It is high time these leaders start producing results rather than seeking more opportunities to siphon funds meant for development or developmental purposes. All right, I keep reading messages, and the actor Crease says that the call for creation of more constituencies in Degema and Bani by Honorable Cyril Hart. I think I've read that via WhatsApp, so I'm going to skip. All right, I'm going to skip that one as well. Keep your messages pouring in. I've got time. No commercial. I've got time. So I'm going to squeeze in a few more calls. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. This one says, greetings, Canada. Concerning the statement of the Rivers State Administrator, I expect nothing more or less from him. The emergency declaration has brought nothing good, but, he said the Port Harcourt Ring Road project has stopped. Trans-Calabari Road has stopped. Ignatius Ejuri employment is paused. Dabalama, Tema, Degema Road, etc. May God come true for us in Rivers State. That's from Ikiroma Owiye Michael once again. I'm going to squeeze in one or two more calls like I promised. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Good evening. Or is it good afternoon? Goodness me.
Good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, okay. I'm calling from Ubumini.
All right, shoot quickly.
One of your big story concerning the death of our former president, right?
Yeah.
Canada, if I may ask, allegedly, I thought this kind of insinuation had been raised for some years ago.
I'm not going to look at insinuations, please. What's in the news? The president passed on yesterday. Can we stay with that? If you don't want to, we'll move on. Can we stay with that, please?
Thank you very much. I have only the question to ask.
All right, thank you. I don't have the answer for that. I missed that one. Do call back if you can. This is not where we do essays and what do you call it now? Conspiracy theories. 92.3 Nigeria Info's coming in. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take one more and then we call it a wrap. 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome. Your name?
Obed Chima is my name. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, quickly then.
Canada, the passing on of our former president, in as much as I believe there is no need for people to mock the dead, because everybody's going to die one day. But I will tell you that the former president indeed has sent Nigeria backward. You understand? The man knew nothing about anything that has to do with economy. He just came and everywhere scattered. It was a disaster to Nigeria. And we must learn lessons, particularly the leaders, those right now at the affairs. They should draw lessons, because I'm seeing several videos coming from the North, people jubilating. It's a lesson to them. I'm out of here. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I like the way you ended. I'm out of here, like we were quarreling or something. But up next is the business update, and after that, I'll be speaking with JC Williams, and we'll be looking at some of the political intrigues in River State. Just stay tuned.